just kind of wanted to give you guys an update of what I was doing. Many of you know that I am an empty nester now, or I was an empty nester. My oldest daughter moved out years ago, and my youngest daughter moved out a few years ago and joined the military. And I did a lot of cooking, canning, cussing, all of the above. And it slowed down because, quite frankly, it was just Dan and I, and like, what's the point? And by the way, excuse me, you're going to see a lot of this. I'm not trying to dress for the camera. What you see is what you get, mouth, hair, and all. Anyways, I stopped doing a lot of canning because, quite frankly, I don't need a lot of shit. You know, I mean, it's just Dan and I. And then I got to the point where I wasn't even cooking. I was freaking ordering the factor meals. And then that kind of got old. And I would stop and then I would do a little cooking and then get over that again and order meals again. And long story short, my daughter and her boyfriend have moved in. And so now that they are here, it kind of gives me a reason to cook again. So here I am. I'm getting ready to make dinner that's going to go in my Instapot. No, you can't can in a damn Instapot. Anyways, but I wanted to tell you about the page and what Dan and I are doing. So the idea here is DirtLine Adventures. It fits us. DirtLine, the name fits us. And those that know us know that we are off-roaders, we are overlanders, we are all of the above. And I love to cook. On top of that, create things, garden, do all kinds of shit. I'm all over the place. I have a professional life, then I have my crazy life. So we're letting you in on our crazy life. I am not an editor. I am not some freaking internet whiz that knows all this camera shit and you want me to edit everything under the sun. No, you're pretty much not going to get that. So if you can stand to put up with my lack of videoing skills, which might get better with time, and put up with the fact that I drop a lot of bombs every now and then out this mouth because there's really not that many filters. And I say it like it is. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Yeah. So just unfollow if you don't like it. Don't get on here talking your sassy shit and whatever because I'll talk the shit back. I just, wanted to tell you what I'm doing. What I'm doing is getting on here and doing whatever the hell my heart desires. If I want to get on here and cook, I'm going to cook. I'm going to go live and maybe do some video documentation of Dan and I as we build this van. We got a 2026 Ford 350 Transit with no windows in it other than obviously the front doors and the windshield. We're going to cut our own windows in, the ones we want, and we're going to build this sucker from scratch the way we want it. And the idea to this was, because we got rid of the RV, we do have an off-grid trailer, which we really love. We can tow behind the Jeep, we can tow behind the truck. It goes, rock bouncing with us and such. So the van's not really going to be set up to do that. It'll be all-wheel drive, and we will upgrade the suspension on it so it can go dirt roading and, maybe places your typical van isn't going to go. However, it's not going to be set up to crawl like our rock crawlers. We have Dumb Daddy, which is our 77 CJ7. And then we have Sexy Flexi, which is our 2010 JKU. And that's set up to do all the rocking we need. And then we have obviously the big mega cab, which is set up to overland. But we also got that off-grid trailer that is for overlanding and rock crawling. It can go through rock gardens just fine. So we have those things, but then this is next level. I wanted more bougie side of things, but I still want to go BLM camping. I still want to be, going off, in areas that I would like to go off in and, see the back roads and dirt roads and that sort of thing. So, but I also want a damn toilet and I want a freaking showers where I was at with it. So, I didn't have to talk very hard, but I talked Dan into getting this van, and here we are. We're going to gut it to its bare bones. We have ordered everything that we wanted so far. We're starting with the outside, just so you know which direction this is going. We're starting with the outside. We've got the roof rack ordered. Well, that's already in, but hasn't been installed yet. We got the AC. We got the vent fan that goes on it as well. We've got the solar panels that we want for the top, and we have that all mapped out. So now the install part of it, where you're having to cut into said roof, that part makes me crazy. Cut into it. I should say that my husband and my daughter's boyfriend, his name is Reed, they both work in sheet metal. So it's not a big deal with them working with metal. That doesn't freak them out. They know how to work a measuring tape. We should be fine. But it's still a brand new 2026 van. So the idea of hacking into it, the struggle is real. Anyways, so we're going to do that. And then get that. We got the lights. We bought the lights. I'll do a separate video about that, because we did go back and forth about KC lights, Baja Design lights, and then another brand that we actually found that we decided to go with, because, you know, when you're building something like this, it's pick where you want your money to go. But I'm also one of those people that it's like, do it right the way you want to do it the first time, not, oh, add this, spend this money on it, and then damn, you're doing it again. You're spending money on the same shit again because you're not happy with your purchase. So make sure you're doing your research when you purchase things, for whether it's your rock crawler or van build or whatever you're doing, especially a rock crawler. Really, when we built our JKU, that was the rule with my husband, is I don't care, buy what you want the first time. I don't want to hear 6 months from now, well, I don't like that, it doesn't work. No, bro, we're not doing that. I mean, just empty every pockets, right? Jeep. It will be never ending. It is never ending, so I wanted it to be, you only upgrade if really something just didn't hold up over time. And you still should have done your damn research to make sure you're, getting a decent product. The roof, water tanks to go underneath, gray water tanks to go underneath, that kind of stuff. Steps, maybe, we were talking about getting some electric steps, or do we want like more rock slider style steps? We haven't fully decided on that. And then we'll go inside. And when we do, it's going to be really expensive shit, because it's all the electronic stuff that goes with that. God help me. So we'll be doing that. So as you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. We are not experts in any of this. I'm lucky because my husband's a talented person who's not a dummy, that knows how to work with tools in his hands and do research. So even if he doesn't know something, he will ask questions until he feels he's comfortable in doing the said task. But like anything else, if you have watched my videos before in the cooking and the canning world, you will see that, well, you're going to see all the flub ups too. So if we flub something up, no, you're just going to see it happen. It is what it is. If I burnt something, you saw it. If I freaking was working with dough and it landed on the floor, you saw it. Two shits aren't given, and there's a critic in every corner. So, you do your research. Nobody here is a freaking expert at anything other than talking shit. I'm like number one at that. Absolutely number one. Anyways, that's what we are going to be doing. And I'm getting ready to make some damn lemon chicken in my Instapot, because it just seemed like the right thing to do, because I'm fucking lazy and I don't want to cook. Anyways, I just wanted to put that out there to you guys so that you know what the hell's going on. And I will start a second video on the chicken, because guess what? You can do this in the Instapot, in your camper, in your van. I actually did Instapot cooking in the full-size Instapot. I have a little one too for my little rock trailer, but I have the big one here. I did corned beef and cabbage at one of the Overland Expos, and it was great. When we were walking the expo, we came back, and it was in March, right at St. Patty's Day, and bam, dinner was done. Bitch didn't have to do shit. Happy as a clam. So I will do this chicken. It's actually one of the favorites in the family. So maybe you guys might want to do it for a future overlanding, camping, or just at home dinner. So I will post that next. Thanks for joining me. And, hopefully I'll figure out how these buttons work again, because it's been a hot minute since I've been on here. and more to come. More faces too, not just this crazy haired faced girl. You are definitely going to see more in my household, more in my family, more adventures. You'll be seeing more from us all the way around. I'm excited about doing this sort of lives and stuff to share with you guys, because I felt like I couldn't share anymore unless I was cooking, which I have a passion for doing, or I couldn't share if I wasn't canning. So I understand if, you guys don't want to follow me. I hear all the time about how you just want to know what's going on with me and how things are going. Well, you're going to get that, but on another level now. Okay? All right, let's see how I saved this, because I don't remember. I didn't know how to stop this thing anymore. What the hell? Don't you just love this? All these buttons. Oh, there's filters on this? What is this saying to me?